Hey guys, it's me David and welcome back to another LEGO Marvel review. Today we have the brand new Infinity Saga LEGO Marvel Hulkbuster armor. The set number is 76210, it has 4,049 pieces, and it has a retail price of $550. Not gonna lie, that price per piece ratio is concerning. 4,000 pieces for $550. We'll have to see if this set is worth it. I'm definitely very skeptical about it. On top of that, you're only going to be getting one technically exclusive minifigure, Tony Stark, which is a desirable minifigure. Everybody wants Iron Man. However, the figure doesn't even have arm printing or even leg printing. It's just a printed torso, front and back, as well as, I assume, a dual printed head. We'll look at the minifigure here in a few minutes. But that is so disappointing. A $550 set to only get one minifigure, and for that minifigure not even to have exclusive detailing. That is just a disappointment. However, this set does have a semi-redeeming factor, which is the fact that it has a unique function that is very rarely seen in LEGO sets, where it's actually meant to pair with another set that came out earlier this year, which is this Iron Man action figure. It's a buildable LEGO Iron Man, and it's meant to actually work in conjunction with the Hulkbuster armor, which I find to be unique. So on the side here of the box, you'll see that, well, one, it's a not for sale sticker, so that means this is a review copy. I appreciate LEGO sending this set over for review. But you'll see that the Hulkbuster armor does open up, and this figure is meant to be placed inside the armor. That is what it was designed for. Now that also comes at a cost of design. So you might notice that the Hulkbuster looks a little different than maybe it should. I was looking back at pictures and I rewatched the scene from Age of Ultron where you see the Hulkbuster for the first time, and that is what this is based off of. And the proportions are slightly off in a couple different places. The shoulder armor, the chest region especially, were noticeably wonky. It almost looks like kind of a triangle where it's supposed to be more of like a square shape. So by including the functionality of putting this Iron Man figure inside the set, it comes at a cost of accuracy. And again, we're talking about a $550 set where accuracy is very important for something like this, especially towards collectors and adults of what this is being aimed at. So, you know, maybe it'll look different in person. We're gonna build the set. I do have concerns. I also want to point out that it's nice to finally see shiny box art. It's very rare to see the shine on the LEGO sets. They got rid of that years ago, but it's returned on the Hulkbuster armor. Just the Hulkbuster shiny in the box is like a matte. Looks good, looks premium. But the rest of the box does actually look pretty cool, I must say. There's, you know, some really cool images. On the back, there is a big like LEGO Star Wars-esque UCS plaque, as well as a stand for Tony Stark. And, you know, the set does look cool. It looks big, it looks massive. But man, I am concerned about that $550 price tag. I mean, the Sanctum Sanctorum, which is a $250 set, comes with 2,700 pieces and I think 9 minifigures, a lot of which are exclusive to that set. And that set was beautiful. That came out in the summer. And then you have the Black Panther bust that was just released as well. I'm very confused with these two big Marvel releases here at the end of 2022. Both of them seem pretty overpriced and both of them just seem strange. Why would LEGO make that? Honestly, at this price range of $500+, I'd love to see an Avengers Tower. I know that's what fans have been wanting for years. It's like a huge, you know, very detailed Avengers Tower. Even if that has to be like $600 or $700 and have, you know, thousands more pieces, I think that would be far more interesting and far more of a incentive for fans to buy than something like a $550 Hulkbuster armor. It is also worth pointing out that this is LEGO's second implementation of making a UCS or collectors-esque Hulkbuster armor. We actually have gotten something like this before with a stand, with a plaque. It was actually like $140 if I remember correctly. I actually have it. I never built it, but it's sealed in my collection downstairs. So the fact that we've already gotten like a collector's edition of a Hulkbuster armor makes this set even more strange. So with all that in mind, let's go ahead and take a look at the in-depth and see what this giant $550 Hulkbuster armor is like. So first up is the sticker sheet. Unfortunately, this set has 21 stickers. I was definitely hoping for more printed pieces in this set, and that doesn't seem to be the case. But here it is, the giant LEGO Hulkbuster armor. It is far bigger than I imagined it to be. It is a big set. It is definitely big, and you'll need a space specifically for it on your shelving.
Onto the plaque, you can pause this if you want to look at all the specs. There's really nothing too crazy that's worth pointing out. Here's the Tony Stark minifigure that's included in this set. I'm not going to lie, this is a disappointing minifigure. No printed arms, no printing on the legs, just a singular printed torso that is exclusive. The head, I believe, is also not exclusive either. It is just a normal dual-sided head Tony Stark face that you get in any other Lego Iron Man set, and so that is extremely disappointing for this type of set. All right, so what are my thoughts on this set? Well, first off, I have to say it's cool looking. It's big, it's built well, it has some functionality. It is cool in that regard, but it's not a perfect set. First off, let's look at some of those details. I must say the designer came up with some pretty cool techniques to make a giant mech like this work. Unfortunately, the only area you can pick up is the very bottom. If you pick up anywhere else, you might accidentally bump something off, so it is worth noting. There is 3 light bricks in this set, the first of which is in the middle of the Hulkbuster armor, and it is acting as the arc reactor, and it also uses the new Lighthouse Fresnel piece in a blue color, so that's exclusive to this set, which is kind of unique. Now looking at the side of the legs, as you can see, lots of great detail. There is some gold Lego pieces being used throughout the build, which looks nice and definitely adds a nice accent tone. And they also use the dull gold color, if that makes sense. There's like multiple Lego gold colors. This the shiny golds in this set, the dull gold. You have grays. You have, of course, have majority dark red. So there's lots of details. I love the use of this X-wing canopy in the back here in the gold color. That was really unique, and they also stuck a sticker on the upside down portion. Very interesting. Taking a look, thankfully the back of the legs, or just the back of the Hulkbuster armor in general, is very well covered. I wouldn't call it extremely detailed, but it definitely has coverage everywhere. It wasn't like an afterthought on the back side of the armor, which was nice to see. There's also this weird like trap door on the bottom there. I'm not sure if that's meant for the Iron Man figure, so you can like finagle the figure and like, you know, adjust. That's my best guess is why those doors exist on the back. And speaking of which, here is the Iron Man figure next to the counterpart, the giant Hulkbuster armor. It's quite a size difference. So I found that picking up the Hulkbuster armor from the bottom side is definitely the best way without knocking like Lego pieces or specific parts of the set off. So definitely hold it from the bottom. Thankfully, the arms are very posable in this set, more than I thought it would be, and it actually uses some pretty cool functionality to make such big, heavy arms work as well. Thankfully, it's got a full 360 rotation, so that allows a lot of different variables in terms of how you can pose the arms. The fingers are all movable, so there's a lot of posability there. And you'll also find the light bricks hiding in the hand. So that's acting as another like arc reactor, the blaster basically. So very cool. I like that. Definitely very neat. And both hands have the light bricks in them. So you can like, you know, flash them on. And I think that's pretty neat. Now, as you can see, you can open up the top canopy of the armor, revealing a big inside where it is meant to house the Lego Iron Man figure that came out back in January of 2022. So here it is. I'm not going to lie, it's not exactly easy to get inside. I think maybe by using some more curved Lego pieces inside it would have helped. It just got stuck a lot. Thankfully, I got it in, you know, count it down. It was like maybe 20 seconds. So I guess it's not that bad in reality, but it's not always easy, I must say. You do need to get it in a certain position to fit it in the armor. Lastly, I just want to show you guys some other Lego sets for scale to show how big this set is. It is indeed taller than the Black Panther bust, which I would hope it would be, given that that set is $350 as a $550 set, but not by much. Here's the $600 Razor Crest. The Razor Crest is obviously very long, and so in that regard, I guess it's around the same size as the Hulkbuster armor. And then for fun, here is the pretty old now UCS TIE Fighter. This came out, I want to say like 6 or 7 years ago now. It's actually pretty similar in scale to the Hulkbuster armor. And then also for fun, here's the Galaxy Explorer, which just came out a few months ago.
So where do I begin? So you guys just saw the in-depth. You see that there really isn't that much posability. The arms have a fair bit amount of posability, and it's pretty ingenious how the designer implemented certain ideas to make these big giant arms work. But what is disappointing is there is no posability at all with the legs. Now, in the past, I would have probably excused this because I would have said, oh, stability reasons. Lego can't make something big like this work. Well, something like it does exist. And that's the AT-AT Walker that came out a year ago now. Something like this, which is, an $850 set, something like this has 4 movable, posable legs using a very ingenious gear mechanism inside the legs that could have clearly been implemented in something like this set. And given the budget of $550 and the lack of pieces that it probably should have, I would expect a set like this would have 5,000 to 6,000 pieces, but it just barely crosses over 4,000 pieces. They could have implemented something similar to what the AT-AT Walker did in 2021 on this 2022 Hulkbuster armor. Now, it is worth noting that this is a technical achievement. It is the biggest Lego mech they have ever made, and I gotta say, they did a good job. It looks cool for what it is, but if we get into the nitty-gritty, which you have to at a price point like this, proportionately, the torso and arms look inaccurate. The legs and this upper half where the head is, the shoulders, that looks okay. It looks like the Hulkbuster armor, but there is definitely some proportions that were modified to include this Iron Man figure inside. I think they should have excluded that functionality in order to make a more accurate looking Hulkbuster armor, because it clearly shows, especially when you're building the set, that they had to build around the figure to make it work. And I also have to say, it is not easy getting this Iron Man figure inside the armor. It takes a good bit of wiggling around. It doesn't just automatically plop in. You have to really work with it for a few minutes there. So it's not gracefully integrated. And in fact, in the instruction booklets, they only mention it once and only show a brief picture of the Iron Man figure going in the Hulkbuster armor. There's no instructions of how it should go in. At the very end, it doesn't even show that the Iron Man figure should go in it or anything. It doesn't show how you should pose the Iron Man figure for it to be placed in the Hulkbuster armor. Nothing on Shop at Home on Lego's website shows that either, which is just a big question mark, because you've designed a set around a set and you don't even include much about it in the instructions. It's very confusing. I don't know what they were thinking there. There's 3 light bricks in this set. If we look at another $500 range set, the Lego Harry Potter Hogwarts Express came out, back in August. That has 3 light bricks, and that was also pretty overpriced. Are light bricks just that expensive that elevate the price of a set by $150 more than what it should be? I'm not sure. I know some people were probably like, well, there's a lot of gold pieces on this set. That's always expensive, right? Well, I went in the instruction booklets and counted the amount of gold pieces in this set. It's 254 out of 4,050 pieces. Not many gold pieces in this set. Well, maybe there's a bunch of big giant pieces. There's a fair amount, there's some big Technic pieces. There's some big Technic beams inside the middle structure, but other than that, it's all a lot of basic building bricks. There's thankfully not that much Technic in this set, which I was happy to see. Also, my building experience wasn't that bad, honestly. Obviously there was repetition with building multiple limbs of the set and, building the same armor, but mirrored. That happened a lot, but it wasn't that bad. I wasn't that turned off with the building experience. It took me about 5.5 hours. I think I saw the YouTuber Mini Superheroes today. He said it took him 9 hours. Not sure how you got 9 hours, but it took me about 5.5 hours, and I was going at a pretty intermediate pace, just taking my time, listening to some podcasts. But it's cool looking. It's big. I should note, it is a big set. It feels big, and I think maybe that's why Lego priced it at $550. But when you start to look at all the other 18 plus Lego sets that have been coming out this year as well as previous years, we just got the Razor Crest. That's a $600 set with 6,000 pieces. More minifigures that are exclusive to the set. That made a lot of sense for the price point, and even people were, kind of still complaining about that, saying, yeah, it's still too pricey. This Hulkbuster armor is $550 with far less pieces than probably should have. But, you know, we haven't even talked about the plaque and minifigure here. First off, it's disappointing that this is not a printed plaque. The LEGO Star Wars team, when I went to Denmark a few weeks ago, confirmed that in 2023 printed plaques are coming. So I hope in the future these LEGO superhero, just really any set that comes with a plaque will be printed. So it's just disappointing that this set didn't get implemented with a printed plaque, but you know, it's a sticker. But that's not even the biggest problem with this in terms of the plaque and sticker. It's the fact that this is one sticker of 21. There's 20 other stickers in a set like this. This is the only printed piece right here, which is just super disappointing. I thought, okay, all right, 4,000 pieces. Maybe there's a lot of printed pieces. Maybe there's no stickers in the set. Well, I was already disappointed when I saw the big sticker for the plaque, but then I saw the others and I was like, seriously? In the instruction booklet, the way the graphic designer described it was there is a brief scene that you see Tony Stark in Avengers Tower during Age of Ultron where he has like these tools and it's a blink and miss type of scene, and so they wanted to create that minifigure. I'm like, what? Why? This is the Hulkbuster armor. Why not have a Tony Stark reflective of what's happening in this scene? And I would love to get like a Tony Stark face reacting to when he punched the Hulk in the face and when he spit out that tooth, that expression of like, oh my God, what have I done? The Hulk is like gonna kill me now. Like, why are we not getting that as a face? This is just a normal Tony Stark face. This is not a special minifigure. Yes, it has a new printed torso. That's it. I would have expected at least 2 minifigures in this set, Tony Stark and Bruce Banner. Why are we not getting a Bruce Banner minifigure reflective of Age of Ultron? Like, that is just so disappointing. And there's clearly space to put it here on the plaque. So, in my opinion, this is a bad choice of a Tony Stark minifigure. They should have gone with one that's actually reflective of the Hulkbuster scene, and we should have gotten a Bruce Banner. Heck, we should have gotten 3 minifigures. We should have also gotten Black Widow on this plaque stand as well. All 3 of those characters contributed to this scene. I'm disappointed, guys. It is a very cool looking Lego set, but it's inaccurate in its proportions. It has limited posability. It's not easy to get the one main function of the Iron Man figure inside the set. Like, it's really just not a perfect set. It tries to get there, and unfortunately, it just doesn't succeed. And I would forgive some of these things at a $400 price point or $450 max, but $550, no. Unfortunately, I do think this, like I said, is very overpriced for what you're getting here. It's a big mech. You can see it next to me. It's big, it's cool looking, but it lacks in a lot of areas. And with that, I cannot recommend this set. Well, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious to see what you think of this Hulkbuster armor set, whether you're gonna purchase it now or when it gets released on November 4th, 2022. Are you gonna buy it day one? Are you considering buying it at all? I'll definitely be looking at the comments because I have a feeling that not many people are going to be purchasing this anytime soon unless it goes on sale. Hope you guys have a great, wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.